state wrestler.
All right, we're live.
Fucking college.
Hi, everyone. We just talking MMA. That's all we do here in the Room Podcast. Brian Gerson.
Hey.
I call you my co-host tonight?
Yeah,
because
sure.
we're co-hosting with.
We're on the same side.
Jeff Joy. Cage Titans amateur. Did I do the... Yeah, amateur bantamweight champ. I did it right. And Josh Belanger is boxing coach. Good friend. Taxi. A little bit here. So, I think we got sound. Let me just make sure we have sound. How we doing?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, we look handsome. That's not bad, man. I just made this like in 10 minutes before they got here. I was like doing a bunch of shit. So anyway, we're here to talk Cage Titans Combat Night 2, talk Jeff Joy, his fight, all that good stuff. Actually, Jeff and Josh and you were my like eyes for Saturday night for the fights to tell me what was going on.
Yeah.
Because in the back when we're interviewed, sometimes they overlap.
Oh, yeah,
so I kept running out to you guys because you were cage side, and I'd be like, all right, what happened in that round? Like, I can only see this round, and you guys would, like, fill me right in. So it was great helping me out with interviews with the fighters and stuff. So
it was a blur.
Good stuff. It was a blur.
Well, it was a blur. Good fights, though. Dude, some of the girls, one of the girls, Ashley Barrett, really impressed me.
Oh, yeah, younger. She's only 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
19.
Wow.
Oh, 19?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she was pretty tough.
She won at reality, too, a first-round knockout.
MMA?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wanted to fight MMA this card, but she couldn't get a fight. So she took a kickboxing fight.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. And you know, the bomb with Kylie, that was a crazy fight. Obviously, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah. Well, you train with Kylie, so take us, what's going on? You talked to her after the fight and stuff. You said some inspiring words to her about that fight.
Well, I didn't talk to her after the fight. I just watched her, and there's a lot going on and stuff, and I really, that's why we went there. You know, obviously we want to watch the fights and stuff like that, but it's more personal when I watch Kylie and shit because, you know, I know her through Grash, and I'm trained with her. She's got a lot of potential. She's a great fighter. So I just watched the fight, and everybody knows what happened there. We'll talk about that, obviously, when it gets there. But I just texted her. She's gonna fight in November probably. I mean, I can't speak for her and if she is or isn't. But we texted a little bit, and I was just like, that doesn't really put a chink in her chain, in my opinion, because of how talented and young she is. So
yeah. How old is she, Brian? You know the age of she.
21.
No.
She's
Kylie,
21.
Yeah,
I think.
I was gonna say.
Might be 20.
No, she's definitely 21. Cause I remember she turned 21 somewhere over the summer or something. I don't remember.
So anyway, Mike, you were on Table Titans Monday. Right away.
I was.
Right, fresh off.
Oh, man.
That was kind of funny.
And you can tell Dawn we want our money for advertisement, not to interrupt you guys.
Say that again? What's going on?
I said, before it skips my mind, I seen Dawn commented on something. You can tell Dawn.
Oh, yeah,
Don money for our advertisement.
Don's foam shock finger is up here. Yeah. It's all about, what was it? Space, galaxy. His whole fight last thing was all about... Don
it was like Space Jammy.
Space Jammy.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it.
It was.
Space Jam.
It was awesome. Good movie, by the way. So, you guys already went through the whole card on Monday, so I'm not going through the whole card because we have two call-ins tonight. We have Jake Bagley, who is announced in the cage.
We like him now.
Yeah. We like him.
I know he's Cam's boy and shit, but
everyone likes Jake Bagley now.
You gotta respect it after bringing his kid in. Yeah. That's when we were really like.
That's what this is.
That was cool.
That was cool.
He great fight with him. Great fight.
Yeah.
Earned a title shot for November against Dave Durrell. Dave Durrell was there, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty good build up for the open flyweight title, amateur flyweight title. Dave Durrell's pretty excited about that. I can't believe Don. I got to give a shout out to Shaynis. Great job on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Great job, Don. You
looked
awesome.
terrific.
You looked great. Sounded great.
Definitely.
Everything's great.
Yeah.
So that's about it. So what time is it right now? Yeah, Jake's gonna call in about 9 minutes, 8-9 minutes. Talk about everything. A little bit about the after party. Because wait a minute, do I have his? Well, I'll put his picture up when he comes on.
Yeah.
I got his victory picture with Bill.
Quickly, I guess we could cover. Go back to Cage Titans 45. You fought on that card, obviously. I think I officially announced this, but you won performance of the night for your title defense
Against Cam, yeah.
against Cam Arnold,
Yeah.
and you won $100. So
Nice.
Look at that. Did you know that?
I thought I seen that somewhere,
You
but
heard it.
I knew I was going to see that.
Popeye's
Which-
chicken. Here we
He's waiting
come.
for his money. He's
I-
sitting patiently over there. He goes, I saw fucking
Popeye's
Bagley
chicken.
get his money.
I owe Josh gas money and shit, so, you know,
I
that's
saw
cool.
Bagley
though.
get his money, man, live.
I
I'm
didn't
getting
tell
mine.
him
So
that
awesome.
he probably won it like that night. I was like, yo, Jeff, you probably won performance of the night or something. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta
Yeah,
get something.
You know,
for
fight
that
of the night was right there too, man.
Yeah.
So
Oh, definitely.
you
That was
had a couple of
definitely the
you had a
fight.
couple of great awards that you could have won right there. Well, you won
could
one,
totally
right?
won both.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you were the UFC, you could have.
Yeah.
Man,
so,
well, one day, hey, Cage Titans is growing, so I'm sure the bonuses are going to grow.
exactly.
too
Well,
next
who else
year.
does that? I mean, it's
Nobody.
Who else gives bonuses? No, you know, it was your.
I don't know.
It was your
anybody
doing,
else.
right?
It
You
was
kinda
my
like-
idea.
yeah.
It was my idea.
So kudos to
I mean,
Brian for getting that going,
Not my idea to become with performance awards, but it was my idea to give money.
giving them incentive like, or something
to
for.
throw a little something.
Yeah,
something, you know,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
good performance. You know, you might as well get
Exactly.
something for
And
it.
then now they know that they might be able to get $100 here and there. They might go in there a little bit, guns blazing.
Who knows? Who knows?
Fucking-
It's always good to give.
Cam wanted that $100. It came guns blazing with you in there. Wanted to
He's
take
going
you out
after
for
that
that
$100,
$100.
baby.
Bro, it's funny because we were watching, he has Flow Combat, and we were watching the fights and stuff, and not only my fight, there was a bunch of great fights on that card, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? That
Yeah,
fucking
that was-
card
that
was
was-
crazy.
That,
Wasn't
remember
that
when
long ago.
remember
Wasn't
when
that
they were
long ago.
doing the walkouts with them too, and you and I were standing out there
Yeah,
because we came
yeah.
out from the interview.
Yeah.
We gotta watch.
Yeah.
So like the hair on the back of my neck was just like
Oh, yep. Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
I
So
can't
excited.
fucking believe this. Like, and just to have two. I mean, of course, you know the crowd was mostly yours, but Cam had that corner of his there
Yeah,
that
the
were like
little
trying to like
Trying to drown you
yeah,
guys out.
it's
Good
just
for
like
you.
it was just a wave that kind of took it
man.
over, but he had such great support there. It was great for the promotion and him and Eyes Up North and now
Yeah,
look with this
absolutely.
next card we had 2 or 3 of their fighters come down and a bunch of their kids grappled during the day. So
I
Cage
met
Titans
his
spreading the
brother.
word.
I saw his brother, dude. I ran into a couple fans of his, but I parked right next to his brother walking in.
Cam's brother.
And I
No way.
just,
Yeah.
imagine that. I didn't really talk to you about that, yeah.
Small world, isn't it?
And
That's great.
Yeah, man. And I could tell right away. I was like, oh, this is going to be a fucking. But he said, too, he was like, nah, we watched you a little bit. He's like, this is going to be. I was like, I know. I was like, I'm worried about his power, which he fucking buckled me in the first couple,
Mm-hmm.
But they only saw the Alfano fight. They didn't see the Arthur fight.
Yeah.
And I think it was like the week before or 3 days before we were like, all right, let's put that Arthur fight. Let's let them see it. 3 days before.
Oh, is
talked
that
to him
right?
I talked to him in the
Yeah.
back room.
Why the fight wasn't released or what?
No.
No, but I posted it on Facebook like a
Yeah.
day before the fight so he could watch it because I knew
Ooh,
he was
little
on
guerrilla
6.
warfare
I
in
mean? Just a
there.
little-
Yeah, let
Yeah.
him watch
Yeah.
it because it was a completely different. He was completely different. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
all right, well, if he wants to train for this guy, show him it 3 days before. Say,
Yeah.
all right, well, you better look out for this, and hopefully some breakdown. But he brought the same exact guy he brought to all the other fights, and that's I want to get in there. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And that was what we knew, and he just did everything we
Weathered the
trained for,
storm
really.
and did what he does. It's fucking
You
cool,
know?
man. How you
Active
healing
and-
up right now? Like you're
All
out
right,
of
so
slang. What's
all
going
right,
on
so
with
if
you?
we'll talk about this fight then and get it out of the way because we can talk about a couple other.
Yeah, we're
things.
not going through that. We're
So-
gonna talk to Jake in 5 minutes. So
I'll
the
just
floor is
say,
yours
dude.
right now.
Listen, Cam, hell of a kid. Much respect to him. I know he's
Yeah, absolutely.
eager to get back in there and he's fighting his title defense. I look forward to seeing what he does and all that other shit. And he
Maybe
has,
we'll head up to Maine, go check it out.
and he has a bright future. Now going into this fight, obviously we're worried about his power. He's got 70-inch reach. I think it's like 66 or whatever, if I remember correctly. But we did a lot of footwork, man. And I worked with a lot of his boxing people, Sean, and we went out to what's the gym in
Can't
Worcester?
get right, Worcester.
Yeah. To what Brandon Demora, dude, he fought on one of the
Demora,
cards.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
Arthur
yeah.
Killer
Yeah.
spar with him. Nasty. And
Cardarelli's. are
Yeah,
out
they're
there,
all
coaches,
kill, from BS. They
Yeah.
used to be part of BST,
Some
right?
BST guys are out there
Yeah.
part time.
Yeah.
We would meet up with them, and
And then I worked with, first and foremost, him. He did a lot for me. Obviously, that goes without saying. But Bruno Jacare is a 135 monster.
Can't get a fight.
And I work with him 3 times a week, at least Tuesday and Thursday, and I do whatever I do his no-gi class, and then when we strike, I just pick his brain, and he's like, I want you doing this, this, and this. We did a lot of wall work together. He did a lot of shark bait, throwing his killers in there with me. Like, there's this kid Colum over there, and, there's a lot of other people over there. Carlos, his boy, who's fought MMA, and we work a lot with him, and Kylie's over there and stuff, and so that helped a lot. And then obviously Gresh and Banana, that goes without saying. So, and then, okay, let's lead up to the fight.
Triforce wins.
Triforce,
Triforce, that was huge, by the way. Yep.
Greg Rebello,
quality sparring for him, and all the guys.
Different looks.
Dion,
Dion,
and Greg's cornered me the last 2 fights. He's I remember growing up with him when I was little because he played hockey with my brothers and shit. So that was the connection there. And then Gresh reached out to him and was like, "We need an experienced kid to do, experienced coach to come in with me and Josh and other people to corner this kid for these 2 title fights and shit like that." So much respect to him, Peter Jeffries, everybody up at Triforce. Dion,
class
everybody.
acts, that's for sure.
So leading up to the fight, get into it real quick. The first round was a banger. And you know what I'm saying? He fucking buckled me. And we expected that. But we really wanted to work on footwork, staying away from his power. We knew it's a fight, you're gonna get hit, you know what I'm saying? So I think the first round went pretty well. It went back and forth. He hit me with more significant strikes in the first round, but we knew that, and we planned to drag him into 3, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. We were looking for a finish, but we didn't expect it to be until the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. You know what I'm saying? When he was really, really tired.
Yeah.
Watched a lot of video on him. Josh did. So the first round, what was interesting though, at the end of that round, I tried to do a snap down guillotine. He opened up his hips and did a double leg. And if you watch the round when it comes out on thing, I separated my shoulder. Been in a sling for a couple weeks, and now we're starting to do physical therapy and stuff like that. Waiting on an MRI to see if it's anything worse, but we don't think it is. Definitely shout out to CrossFit 1620. I started working with the owners over there and one of my good friends, and they sponsored me, hire a physical therapist, so that's working with them a lot, cardio base. And after the first round, it kind of sucks because if you watch, I go like this, and I'm like, shit. And then the second round leading out. Now, I didn't plan on using that spinning back fist until the 3rd or 4th round. I wasn't going to throw it in the 1st or 2nd round because this kid's throwing power. He's going to be in and out. He's going to be doing a lot of different shit. It's not the time for that. So, in my head, near the end of the 2nd round, after some few exchanges and shit like that, and it's crazy because you know what? Usually I'm a little bit stronger going into it when I clinch with somebody, but that kid was pound for pound stronger than me, hit harder than me. I had to use a lot of technique, footwork for that, and jiu-jitsu and shit like that, grappling for Cam. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Being in and out, being away from his power and shit like that, hitting the stiff jab a couple times. So near the end of that round, I'm pumping my jab, and I'm like, I got nothing fucking behind this. But I'm like, he knows it, but he doesn't know about my shoulder. So I was like, he's going to come in and be overzealous and shit because he's tired. And I pumped the jab 3 times. If you watch the video, on the retraction of the 3rd jab, I pull it back, and then I hit the spinning back fist. He gets dazed. We go up against the fence. I throw a long, loopy lead hook, and then I go in for a double leg now, which is fucking crazy, and shout out to this kid. He goes for an inverted knee bar, which I did. In my head, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, is this kid serious? So, and it was tight. So I had to hit the defenses and stuff like that. And, usually I work with a lot of good grapplers. So recognize that right off the bat. It's crazy. I don't know how the fuck he dove for that because I never seen that. I watched all of his fights, and he never went for any jiu-jitsu shit like that.
He was, desperate? You had him.
I don't know.
Right?
You'd have to ask him, get him on this motherfucking podcast.
Well, I am.
Crazy.
I know he's got a fight coming up in November, so I'll be talking to him down the line.
So, and, during the jiu-jitsu transitions, when I had him in side control, he just made a technical mistake in how he went up, and that exploited his back, which I'm good at doing a seatbelt and transition to the back and shit like that. And that's, you know, a lot of people that I work with. And then he went out, and, you know, that was, he didn't tap out.
No.
He went out.
No.
And, tough kid.
That's a tough kid right
That
there,
was
man.
a
So
tight choke, too. You had it real deep. He was fighting it for a little bit. Then he couldn't even do anything about it.
He was tired.
Yeah, and that was your
You
game
can
plan.
tell.
You know what I
mean,
mean? It just
I
worked
thought
out.
he was.
Now, you said that spinning back fist. You didn't know about your shoulder. What if you didn't land that? What, you know?
I don't know.
Whole
We
nother
would have
fucking-
pulled
No,
something
he-
else out.
no,
We
no.
was gonna look on there. The fuck?
He was gonna look for it, but he had to wait for him to get flat-footed and his
Yeah.
hands to come down.
Well, you
so
were
his
talking
reaction
about
would be a little
you
bit
were gonna
slower,
throw that.
because
You
they
were
could
planning
sneak
on
up
that.
him
So
with it,
you know, at some time,
He told
and it-
Tyler
and-
right
and-
before we could
I
walk
told
out.
Tyler walking out.
and
they didn't knock
it
him
worked out,
with
man.
the
Things
back
happen for a reason. It was
Tyler, you
there,
know I
and,
did.
and you know what I mean.
What's up?
Fucking.
I got everybody being like, "Oh, you wouldn't have thrown." I'm like, dude, I thrown that spinning back fist 700 times a week.
Yeah.
Bro, on an average, we throw it every round about 15 times. Just to throw
Yeah,
it 15,
sneak up with the
16
jab,
times.
sneak up with the jab, sneak up with the jab, bang. And
I
then
do
you
5,
sneak up
6
with the
rounds
jab,
every
so they
morning
just be
at
repetitive with the
5
jab.
o'clock in the
repetitive
morning.
with the jab.
So
that
do
in
the
there,
math
all
on,
the
on
same.
at each
That's
week
it,
and
long
then
slide
Now,
by
now
the jab.
you were training a little bit for.
And then right hand
Is
comes
it
off
something
that
that
or
you,
whatever
you
you
saw
want,
in his
you know?
game that you said
All
I can
starts
use this
with
in there, or
getting
you
on the
just
bike.
It's
wanted
just
to-
something I do good.
You wanted
I
to-
He does it
have
well,
certain weird
Yeah,
strikes
no,
that
he
I
does
do
it
well and that we just
Want-
want to
yeah.
incorporate and shit.
Excellent. Wow.
You know? And it's weird because I've only been working with him 10, 11 months, so I really, you know, if it's been this far, I really want to take some time and work with different people he knows a little bit more. Him, obviously.
Yeah, we're gonna
a
get
little
right straight
Yeah.
into a boxing
So-
camp, like a real.
So
like,
you're not gonna.
you know,
November card's out.
I'll know more October 4th when
Okay.
my MRI comes back,
All
but
right.
it's probably I'll
Jake-
yeah,
Jake.
Coleman.
Here we go. Let's make sure this is on.
So it's probably on the fence right now.
I'm definitely gonna grapple
Jake
a
Bagley.
box near the end of the year.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I called him
Take a amateur
Bailey.
boxing match.
What's up, my
Yeah,
man?
something in it.
I
Depends on the shoulder.
what's up, my friend? I got champ Jeff Joy in here, his coach Josh Belanger, and Brian Gerson, who gave you $100 on Saturday. You better like
What's
him.
up?
Right? No shit. What's going on, guys?
Nice, what up,
Hi-
bro?
What's up, man?
How you doing, buddy? I know it's you know, you're a working man. You train. You got kids. I know it's past your bedtime, but
Yeah, way past my bedtime. I should be snoring.
what time do you usually go to bed?
Oh, I put the kids down about 8, and I lay down not long after that.
Oh, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and get a couple words with us, bro.
So I appreciate you guys having me.
So how you feeling, buddy, after that, you know, that big fight there that earned you a title shot?
Oh, I feel great. I've been relaxing, hanging out with the family the last couple of days, but I'm going to be back in the gym before no time and be getting ready for it.
Excellent. Take us through that fight a little bit, buddy. We interviewed about it, but, you know, now you get to reflect a little bit. What's your take on it? Positives, negatives?
A little bit of both. I was happy with a couple things and very unhappy with a couple other things. I shouldn't have let him take me down so many times, and I hung on to his neck instead of moving like I should have. And now that I watch, my hands were down most of the fight when I practice every single day to keep my hands up.
So,
But other than that, I was happy with it. Kid was a warrior. I wasn't expecting to have a battle like that, and I'm glad he didn't hit a little harder because he caught me with some clean ones.
yeah, he had a battle with DeRayo, too. And you know what?
Oh, I watched that one.
Yeah, the last round, he kind of, I think took control a little bit at the end there because
Oh,
DeRayo
yeah.
was a little gassed, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you got to they're 5-round fights, right? At Cage Titans
Title
for
fight?
title
Yeah,
fights
yeah,
because
yeah.
Neff I
Every
think
title
has 3.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
rounds.
Yeah,
5,
that's
3
the
minutes.
commission.
Yes, all right. So you know what he you know he can't gas like that with you in the third round, right?
No, absolutely not. I was tired in the third round, but when I looked across the cage and saw how tired he was, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to be outdone. And I knew I had to win that third round.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Dave. Dave's you know, more like he's a jiu-jitsu guy, it seems. I mean, he's a striker too, but a lot of his fights are mostly contested on the ground.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to kind of do the same thing that your last opponent did, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I expect him to close the distance and try to keep it close, but, you know what I mean? That's why I'm really good, and I didn't quite show it as much as I wanted to in this fight. But I'm a wrestler, you know what I mean? That's what I do. I was born on the mat. That's what I do. I wrestle. I take people down, so I hope to show that a little more in this next one.
Yeah, hey, Dave's tuning in right now, and he's telling me bullshit. He said which he did. He got a hit with an illegal up kick, which kind of took him out of that third round.
Yeah. Hey, Dave is a good guy. I'm very happy to have this.
Oh shit! I'm just looking over some comments to fill
I
some
think he hung up
backspace.
on me because that
Ty-
wasn't me.
Yo, Tyler Menard, a killer purple belt.
Hold on, let
Jiu-Jitsu
me-
out at SBG is calling for a super fight.
Against
Mike
who? Wait a
Colbert.
minute. What's going on over there?
We'll talk about that later.
Right? You hang up on me?
No, I didn't. Did you see me touch the phone?
Nah,
I didn't do anything.
It's on video. We got it on
You know what it
video.
is? It's probably I got people sending me beans on my messenger and everything else. It's clogging up my phone.
Right, pinging it up.
Yeah, so all right, so you were talking about Dave. He's a good guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. Like I said, we're friends. We comment on each other's stuff online all the time. We talk, we comment. It's a good thing. So it's going to be a great fight. It's not like we're going in there as not friends or not knowing each other. You know what I mean? I feel like I know him pretty well, and I'm happy to go in there and fight someone that I'm close to.
Yeah, I'll have him on the show down the line, and we'll talk about the matchup. We'll have you back on once you guys are in training camp and getting ready for it. So, November, dude, you're bringing on.
Gotta come quick.
Yeah, you bring an army to this fight. I would imagine you're going to bring a lot more come this next one.
Oh, absolutely. I sold almost 80 tickets to my last title fight, and I kind of lost focus on training by doing that, but not this time. So I could sell 2 tickets, and that's going to be fine with me.
Excellent. Well, you kind of got an army that's kind of behind you, so they'll help sell them tickets.
Yes, sir. I got people from down there trying to buy tickets from me up here.
Oh,
Excellent.
shit.
Uh-oh. Well, here's the thing. We talked about that because Dave's from Connecticut, and he's only fought for Cage Titans once, I do believe. He's had a bunch of training partners in and out of that cage.
Dave?
But
Wow.
yeah, he's from Underdog.
He fought a couple times. For
Did he
Cage
fight?
Titans,
I thought he only fought once.
He fought Mitch twice, right? Wasn't that once? One of those times? In
Did he fight
Cage
Mitch
Titans?
at he fought him at Ammo?
Once at Ammo, I thought.
and it
The
was
other
at
time
Cage Titans
The
too?
other time I thought it was at Cage Titans.
Let me see what he says. I thought he only fought once at Cage Titans, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But so who Jake, who's gonna fight over home crowd here?
Oh, I don't think I have to fight anybody. I think I've proven myself down there. Like I said in my post-fight interview, you know what I mean? These guys love me down there. It's kind of like I'm a hometown, and I drive 3-4 hours to these fights. So that's huge. I think they like me there, and I think that's my hometown crowd now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? And Dave's, like you said, Dave's a good guy, and he was waiting for this fight to take place and find out who he's gonna fight. He actually fought your opponent, and it's nice to see, you win, so he gets, we have a fresh matchup here.
No, absolutely. I don't see anybody else that deserves the shot more than him. You know what I mean? I lost my last one. I had to work my way back up to get to it, and he's been waiting for me. So I'm excited for this.
Excellent. You got some questions for him, right? Put you on the spot.
Put me on the spot.
How about you, Jeff? He's friends with Cam. You want to ask him anything about Cam?
Yeah, nah, man. Honestly, fuck Jake in a way because he was kind of like, oh man, my boy's coming to take you out. But nah,
Josh, can you give me one?
after
of those
I
want a
really watched Jake the last couple times. I really respect
Thanks,
him
man.
after bringing his kid in the ring. That was really cool. Me and my
Hey, shout out to the Cage Titans guy that grabbed him from the audience and brought him in because I had no idea. That shit was dope.
yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
that was
Cage
cool.
Titans for you.
That was a cool
Yeah,
moment.
there's a
Yeah,
pool
yeah.
of 125ers right now that are really excited. I'm excited to see you, Joe Poirier, and the kid you're fighting. I've briefly rolled with him at Junico and a couple other SBG. I think he trains a little bit when he's down, but that's going to be
Yeah,
an
I
exciting
actually
fight.
came down to your last Cage Titans card for Cam, and I saw Poirier. He excited me. But I got my eyes on a few guys on Maine right now. There's Nate Boucher. He's kind of the 125 NEF poster boy, and he's 5-2, and he's been amateur for a long time. And that's kind of really who I have my eyes on. But
Oh,
right
that's
now,
a
I'm going
good-
to focus on David Doreo because that kid's dangerous.
Hey,
Yeah, that's a
you
good
know, you
strategy.
and Bouchard got something in common with me. We both partied our asses together. I partied
Yeah,
with.
but only one of us is the champ.
Yeah, you are the champ. I got that picture. I don't know what I did with it. I had the picture of you and Bill winning with your belts on. I gotta get that. I gotta retrieve it.
Yeah, sure.
I'll add it to this once I edit it and send it out again.
Yeah,
But
we weren't lying.
no, you weren't lying, dude. Dude, forget it. You took an arsenal with you. Hey, you do know I got held up and held captive for about 20 minutes before I ran to you guys.
I got plenty of excuses too, man. We don't get
Jared is saying I gotta go. I got a long ride home. I said I got the same ride as you. Fucking Bagley's driving 4 fucking hours. Like everyone's bailing. Hey, dude, there was people
Yeah, I
coming
went-
off the street. Some lady in a walker came up to our
She was
circle.
old. She was old. That was great. I watched the live video and I saw that the other day and I was like, oh my.
I was back
And
in
it was a
the
great time, dude. Cage Titans does it awesome, dude. We do it even better afterwards. But I work hard. I play even harder, and I'm gonna fight even harder than that.
Excellent, Jake. Well, Jake, we're gonna let you go because we got cupcakes coming on in about 5 minutes to spill some big beans.
Nice. Tell him I said kill this next guy.
Yeah. He might. He's gonna be. It looks like he's gonna be on the same card you are. So.
Yes, sir. He'll be back.
Yeah, that's exciting, bro. And dude, any last words before I let you go? Any shout outs? I know you got
I
three.
just want to say, my thank you to my whole team at No Stos, Devin Powell, Bill Jones, Trevor Stone, who made the trip down. I mean, Zach Richards training with me every day. We're getting after it. And just all my sponsors. I got too many to list, but you guys know I love you, and thank you for everything.
All right, Jake. Smoke out. When's the next smoke off? Is it at Neff or is it at Cage Titans? Which cards are first?
I thought it was tonight, but you must be missing out.
No, we already had a mini. Where I'm talking about the major one.
Well, we'll let you do the planning. I'm going to go training. You tell us when it is. Me and Chief Bagley will be there.
All right, my friend. Thanks a lot, Jake, man, and we'll
Hey,
see
good
you.
luck, Jake.
Hey, everybody have a good night.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks for
absolutely.
calling
You
in,
too.
bro.
Thank you.
Later. All right, cool. Fuck it. So, his team killed me. Dude.
The dabs, dude. The dabs are game changer.
Let me. Yes.
Set your
I
ass,
just
dude.
called him
fucking,
again. Shit,
dude, I
sorry,
died
dude.
on the grass. Like,
Dude.
took one, can't
Listen,
sweating and shit.
It
I'm
was
like,
it wasn't like that was like the first thing I did too. It was like it was kind of a gradual all night kind of microdosing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I get out and I get hit with the fucking big bamboo.
Oh, yep.
Like I don't know, a gorilla
Too much.
finger. I got hit with. I don't even know like what. I got hit with that, and then I got out of the car and there was pre-rolls everywhere, and then some guy whipped out a diamond dab that I said, I can do this.
Probably
shit.
so high, somebody rolled up a shameless Don.
My God.
We were smoking
Oh,
that.
dude, there was like a joint that big and like that long,
Oh,
and
man.
I don't want to name names, but there was a dude that was smoking it that it fit him so well because it was like
yep.
the size and the
proportion.
ratio was right.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome, but.
Smoke so much you start tripping, your
I
mind
was
goes
dying.
that.
Listen, I walked to my car and I didn't even drive my car. I walked to my car and went, nope. I walked right down to the after party. I was like, I'll go hang out there for a couple hours.
Give it a
get
little
some
bit.
food.
Yeah, because I'm in another dimension right now. Not
Yeah,
that it was a bad thing, but
I got back to my hotel room at like 5.
5? What, did you guys just hang out and talk, or were
I
you
don't-
somewhere
yeah,
else? Were you
I
walking around
guess.
Plymouth? all
I
night?
wasn't. I mean, it was. I mean, I wish that would have been a little more interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? Because you got to break down the cage and all the shit next day.
Well, that,
No.
Fucking kidding
I
me.
was full on wander mode.
I used to
Smoke
bring-
out from Cam.
I used to bring like a fucking like.
Oh, so it's Neff. I'm going to Neff. So
When's
the
that?
Neff-
When's that?
I think it's November 2nd.
November 8th, right?
8th or
Is it 8th? I
When's
thought it
Cage
was
Titans? The 19th or something?
Second.
The 2nd?
November.
Oh, so Cage Titans is first. So Smoke Off is there, and then the next one's at Neff. All right. Cage Titans.
Yeah.
So, all right. We're gonna have Bagley and Bill Jones.
Sounds interesting.
I gotta give a shout out to what was it? Green Gold, one of his sponsors that
Yeah.
gave all the smoking
Apparel.
paraphernalia and product. for
What?
Most? Yeah, just about most of it.
I hope
Like 20 pre-rolls.
I don't think your
Bill
sponsor
Jones was handed
is
one
the
off
same
to everyone.
Dude, I gotta get up with these people.
That's what I'm telling you. So Green Gold, man. I didn't get the chance to talk to Jake about it, but listen, let's get in.
How do you spell that again?
How do you? Yeah, how do you spell that
Yeah.
shit? We gotta hit
Listen,
them up.
Listen,
do they have a phone number, or can you find them in the
give me
yellow
4
pages?
pre-rolls a
Yellow
month.
pages.
I'll smoke a pre-roll before each podcast with a guest if they want to, and we'll
What
rate
the-
it,
Green
rate it,
Gold.
or you can see how it affects us through the podcast.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
works
What's
out
the
great for everyone. If there's Budweiser wants to do the same thing,
Yeah.
a 6-pack,
Nice controlled
take a 6-pack.
environment in here. Maybe
So,
we can get
hey,
some
I need
Slim
fucking,
Jims
I
or-
need a sponsor, and a pot sponsor is exactly
great.
in my ballpark. I gotta say, I will represent that shit on fire. So, all right, so we got where's Cupcakes? Am I calling him? Is he calling me?
Who knows? He's usually late. Oh, so he showed up.
He
late.
has my number, so I think he's gonna call me.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah, I used to bring like fucking 4 lights, like 2 cameras, all this shit, and it would take like an hour and a half.
Oh, there's
to
Johnny
break
right
down.
there.
I don't do that anymore. Fuck that.
Johnny.
Hello.
Hi.
Yo.
How? Let me put you up here. How you doing, buddy?
Fantastic. How you fellas doing?
I'm doing excellent,
What's
buddy.
up? What's up,
Great.
dude?
I got Brian Gerson here.
Yes, I saw it. I took a peek at the
Oh, you did.
podcast. So,
So
I didn't.
Joy, how you doing, dude?
What's up, man? I seen that super fight. That was slick.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
look. Oh, Steve. That's what someone said. Listen, I got Steve. It has nothing to do with Johnny. I got my wrong. I spelled my name
Steve.
wrong.
Just keep it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill. That's what someone said.
Steve.
Someone said Steve on me. I said, what do you mean by Steve?
Steve.
That's green.
New name.
Hey, that's green gold pre-roll right there. That's green gold
Who?
pre-roll.
What? Who's
I
that?
spelled my name wrong
If
on
you
my
look at the-
podcast.
If you look at the.
I
the
got my
title,
name. It's Steve.
Works.
Steve.
That's because I smoke weed, Johnny. Speaking of weed,
Yeah, baby.
what's going on, Johnny? Some news today. Before you want to talk about the card a little bit, or you want to talk about
the
this?
grappling fight first.
Yeah, let's talk about your grappling fight first. Brian says.
I mean, no secret here. I train with Johnny, and we talked a little bit before this grappling match, and I believe you said that your game plan was to rip his arm off. So where do you think you fell, like, in line with that?
I mean, it went pretty perfectly.
I think so.
I knew that Richie would want to be on my back, so the game plan was to keep him in front of me, and I succeeded at doing that. And the other plan was to flatten him out, get him flat as much as possible, and then start working submissions from that spot of me on top and him flat. And it took 6.5 minutes, but eventually I wore him down to the point where I could actually tap him out.
Yeah, I should actually make a correction. I don't train with Johnny. Johnny's my coach. That would be, if I train with Johnny, that would be ridiculous. I mean, he would just kill me every single time. I probably wouldn't be here. I probably have way too much CTE.
Now
He
you
goes a little easier on me.
do you just go to South Shore, or do you meet him at other places too?
Sometimes.
Sometimes what? You meet him
Sometimes
at?
when I'm not being lazy,
Oh, okay.
you know. Sometimes. I do go, but
Awesome.
mainly just train with Johnny.
Excellent.
I mean, so you got the finish like right
Now,
at the
now when
very.
you were watching him, I mean, you know around him a lot.
Yeah.
Could you see what?
So
his,
I mean,
what
of
he was
course,
doing?
of course, the side control. He always gets that side control. Like it's pretty famous at this point. Like Johnny gets that side control on pretty much everybody in the gym. And
Yeah, he
can-
looked real tight on that.
Yeah, he can hold it pretty much on anybody, even some of the bigger guys at the gym too. So when I saw him in there, I was like, I knew he had pretty much control of it, and it wasn't really gonna be a problem. And then everything that we did talk about was pretty much gonna happen. It was a little surprising to see Richie get that sweep, or I don't know if he swept him, but I think it was a sweep. So what was going through your mind when he kind of got you on your back, and you were kind of on top for pretty much
Yeah, it's,
majority of the.
Richie was on his back a
maybe
while
2-3
before that
minutes,
happened. Yeah.
maybe 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I went to, I think I like went for a half-ass submission, and the option to go to my back was just kind of there.
Oh, yep.
And due to the circumstances, the nature of the match, it just felt like appropriate for me to just sit to my back and play guard for a second. So I did that. He ended up getting through the mount, but I never felt like too threatened. I knew that, like, okay, no big deal, like, you know, arms in, stay tight, and I just kind of bucked him off and then swept back on the top and started working again.
So what was your mindset in that last, like, 30 seconds? It looked like you kind of went all out, pretty much, for the finish there. I don't remember specifically the transition, but... Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
he had him in
Yeah,
mount.
you know, he got to mount, but I think it was like he got back on top at some point, advanced, and then got into... just take us through that, because I don't really remember.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty much hunting submissions the whole time pretty actively, so I just, in moments, I was establishing control and being patient, but for the most part, I was constantly working for it. Richie's just always strong and always doing the right thing, so he just defended really, really well.
and I went for that Kimura. At one point, his hands were clasped, and he made it real difficult. I knew I'd blow too much energy trying to force it, so I waited, and then later on, with like 20 seconds left, I locked up that key lock, and he just didn't have his hands clasped at that moment, so I was able to kind of like snap it to a place where he was not able to defend anymore, and he gutted it out for a second, but he eventually gave the tap.
Yeah. What, that was submission only, right? Or was that a time?
No, it was a time limit.
Oh, so he.
The submission only is that we had an event going on.
Yeah, but I know, but yeah. But,
Oh no, you mean submission only in terms of like the winner.
Winner, yeah.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Oh, all right, because you're saying there was 20 seconds left. I'm like, was it?
Yeah.
Time
So like when the time limit ends, just draw. It's just draw.
Oh, all right, so there was a time, all right.
Yeah, it was a timer.
What was
but
the
like
time on it?
5 minutes.
Okay.
7
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
7 minutes.
All right, cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was a. Some, you
Yeah,
know,
man.
I know you can't do that, but I wasn't
55
thinking.
minute
I
match.
wasn't thinking at that point. You know what I mean?
It was
I'm
a
thinking,
55-minute match earlier in the day.
but that's
the
awesome.
grappling tournament.
Yeah. So I didn't know he got it right toward the end there. I thought he got the submission. It's over. It was like he pulled it out right there. Wow, nice, Johnny. Lots of positive stuff happening.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I specifically saw him like kind of turn into another gear, maybe at last minute or 30 seconds.
He's so like, it's just
His
smooth.
grappling is
And
amazing.
watching Richie, I mean, Richie was defending most of the time, but rolling out of things, and you know, you
fun-
just see him in
fun
danger,
match.
and then he would be rolling right out. You'd be like, look at him, fucking. I'd be like, holy shit, and I'm like saying to myself, how can you still have like air in your lungs and shit? Like I was drowning for them. You know what I mean? That's 'cause,
Definitely.
you know,
We were both feeling it.
I can
It was
imagine.
not an easy match for either one of us.
What were you thinking about that, Mr.
Johnny,
Jiu-Jitsu guy over there?
Johnny works with a lot of killers, obviously. South Shore guy, Manny, Joe, Chris Smooth at Jiu-Jitsu too. Their head coach Bill, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Those head main dude over there, and Jim. I know Jimmy the Tooth's over there because he's mutual friends with people that I know, and I see him at Crushes, so I train with him. He's real smooth.
Yeah.
So I mean, the proof's in the pudding. Who you work with?
Good times. Good times. Well, John. Oh, Johnny, I know the highlight of your night, though, was the pre-show. Man, dude, I'm
Dealing
stoked
with
to be able to do
insaneness.
that shit with you. You know what I mean? It's like,
Loved it.
it's...
Yeah.
Except for the part of dealing with me and my insaneness.
Hey, we got little ideas that we're all putting together each show, which is going to make it,
I was
It'll be
literally
fantastic.
just thinking about that. How about the entertainment, the escalation of the entertainment side of Cage Titans? It's getting
The build
better.
up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or the
the
build
build
up.
up,
That's
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
certainly.
Yeah, wrong word for it, but it's getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Bonuses, fucking pre-show shit.
Yeah.
You do a lot of shit for Cage Titans.
I love it. They let me
pre-fight,
do it.
you
Like,
know.
they
We asked you. to
yes,
do it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
It
you
needs a
know
media
what? You
department.
give me that.
Yeah, a
you
big
let me
one.
do that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna work my ass off for you because it's like
Yeah.
you're giving me that. It's like it's an appreciation.
The
I wanna
platform,
show-
yeah.
It's like fuck, man. So yeah. So Johnny, big news today, man. Can you explain kind of what you posted and kind of what that entails?
Yeah, definitely. So they commissioned all to move a smaller acre.
Hold up. Sorry.
And
Give-
notified me that
Wait a
they
minute.
wanted-
Wait a minute. Brian Gershon is
Yeah,
interrupting you. Hold on.
Sorry.
Now that's
Maybe,
fine.
maybe let's give a little context to the situation quickly.
All right.
Backstory.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, backstory.
Go ahead, Brian.
I'll quickly surmise it. Johnny fought for CES down around Twin River. He fought Chris Mutino. CES 57, I think.
Yep.
He won by first round TKO. Oh, yeah, it was TKO, right?
Second round.
Second round.
TKO.
Second round. He had
Second
him in a
round
triangle,
TKO.
but he elbowed him and it
Triangle,
was
triangle
TKO.
elbows. Yeah, and so after the fight, I don't remember when, but he was sent a letter informed that he had failed a pre-fight drug test for recreational substance, marijuana, and he had tested over the limit. I won't really get into the specifics, I guess. Maybe John can get into the specifics of the numbers there. But, yeah, he was informed of this, and his win was revoked,
Which
moved
is
to a no
crazy.
contest, which is insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yep.
And this is by the Rhode Island
and
State Commission, right?
Yeah, Rhode Island State Commission.
Yeah.
And also suspended for, I believe, 6 months.
Yeah, nationwide.
So yeah, and when one commission suspends you, every commission
Yeah,
is
suspends
suspended.
you. You got it. Yeah.
They all don't, unless you want to fight internationally. But I mean, that's not really possible. That's a lot of money.
You can go to one.
Yeah, like to fly yourself out.
One's coming to fucking North America.
Yeah, one.
I seen that shit
All right,
the
so
other day.
stay on point. All right, so Johnny, take us from there. You got this letter suspended. You started fighting. Tell us the kind of the steps you took to start fighting this.
The first thing that I did was call them because I actually didn't receive a letter from them originally. So I had to call them to get the information about what happened. They sent me out a secondary letter, and they forgot to include the appeal notice that would allow me to appeal the situation. So I needed to contact them again and have them fax me out last minute. The last day to appeal was the 27th. I literally faxed the notice back to them on the 27th to appeal. So they did not make the situation very easy. Then, come to find out with some research, Michael Baird, Brian Gearson, some of the people that I know are looking into this situation, and I failed the drug test for having 50 nanograms of cannabis in my system the night of the fight. But in looking into the numbers, their policy claims that they follow a standard of 150 nanograms to be allowed. So I actually fell underneath their limit, and yet I was suspended and was looking at losing my W. So we appealed. They contacted me out of the blue this morning and notified me that they want me to continue my MMA career, and that the only thing I would have to do that and to rectify the situation would be to provide a clean urine sample to them. So I asked the guy which policy would be followed when I submitted that new sample, because if it was going to be the new policy, then they already have a negative sample of mine on file, and there should be no reason for there to even have been a suspension in the first place. And the guy goes, "Oh, I'm really confused too. Why don't you take the number to my lawyer? We just want to put this all behind us, and we want you to be able to continue your MMA career." So now I've contacted this lawyer, and she's failed to call me back, but I'm confident, with all the information and all the evidence, it's pretty clear that I should definitely be able to not only resume my career, but also get that W back on my record that I worked incredibly hard for and beat a very, very tough guy.
Chris is a killer.
Yeah.
Now,
John,
can I provide one more thing?
Go ahead.
So, in terms of how athletic commissions work, I mean, I'm sure you guys understand this, but it's a government agency. It's run by the state. So these laws that they put in place for recreational drug testing are all voted into by a committee, and they're put into place as their concrete laws.
At a federal level.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're followed to a federal level. So the thing is when you are totally moving outside of these policies, it's a major, major problem, and you can't have that. So in regards to providing a new sample, there should be no reason for that in any case whatsoever, because the fact is that they tested his sample, they provided the results of the sample.
That's the perfect sample.
We have a sheet of the test results that clearly state what his nanograms are, and we know by looking at their policies on the state of Rhode Island government website that is 150 nanograms. So the test falls below it.
Johnny, why would you think they threw that out there to retest? And then why would they do that? Just to backtracking?
I don't want to speculate necessarily, but it's just very, very wrong situation. Is what I'm saying.
I think it's a little odd that they would ask for that. I mean, if I was going to be totally honest, it seems as though they wanted me to retest, say that I passed, and then just pretend like nothing ever happened.
Okay.
But
we don't know that.
We did enough research that we know that it probably was a mistake in the first place.
Well, here it is though, Johnny. Yeah, that's a big fucking mistake because you were kind of, thrown through the mud. Not that it was pots. Yeah.
He had a fight lined up.
Exactly.
That's canceled.
Oh, that's right.
So he lost income.
Exactly.
So he has a case.
The main event.
Oh,
the main event.
That's fucking.
You probably don't want him to sue him.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
There's a case for loss of income here. So there's there could be. I mean, there could even be room for a countersuit. I'm not a big. I don't know
Yeah.
much about the law or anything. I'm talking out my
There's
ass
a lot
here.
of
But,
different
like, listen, you can't just do these
different
things.
avenues.
You can't just do these
Yeah.
things and hold people's careers up.
Exactly,
This is,
and
like,
not be questioned about it.
Yeah.
And that's.
No.
And Johnny, I think you're probably. I mean, there's only been another fighter that I know that their win was overruled, or that was Pedro's.
Pedro, yeah.
When he fought for the interim title, Matt Bassett's the featherweight title for CES. He was, and that was right around Christmas time. That they told him he lost the belt. The fight itself was probably like 4 months before that.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And I don't think he ever appealed that, because, I talked to Pedro, of course, he smokes weed, but he didn't, he was misinformed the same way as you, I do believe, but I don't think he ever appealed it, which if he did, who knows what could have happened then?
Exactly. I'm glad that I did. I mean, that was the initial plan all along, to just fight it, and no matter what. It's like if I was going to sit out for 6 months anyway, I mean, I'd fight it. So, yeah, I know. I talked to Pedro briefly about the situation, but I don't even know exactly what his circumstances were. I feel bad if he, if he could have moved forward with something and then didn't.
Well, Johnny, you doing this, and it looks like, you're 99% going to have this overturned. It's going to be in your favor, which we'll have to see how it turns out, and we'll be focusing on it. But Johnny, what's this do? I mean, what's this do for you as far as your psyche and your drive right now?
I mean, through the roof, off the charts. I mean, I wouldn't even want to countersuit or a loss of income or anything. I mean, I think it's pretty aware. Everyone's aware that MMA fighters don't make shit. So, like, I mean, what am I going to really be countersuit for?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I just feel like getting the W back is a huge step forward that I felt like I had already taken. So, it just, I mean, with the way that the landscape of MMA is going right now, you're only as good as your last W, or your next W, really. So, being on a 2-fight win streak, 2 finishes, and pretty impressive wins on top of it, I think it just sets me up to do bigger and bigger things, and I'm extremely happy to be able to do so, whether it be ONE FC, like was mentioned a little briefly earlier, or the UFC or Bellator. I don't want to give the shit. I'll fight for CES again. They got decent pay, and they have good fights for me. I'm down. I just want to put my hands on people while my hands are still good to be put on people, while my body is still strong and in its prime. I just want to test it to the maximum. I feel like I'm like a sports car right now, and I want to just get out on the fucking track and blow my goddamn engine if I have to, and have the most fun that I can doing so. So I'm glad that Rhode Island's not going to stand in my way for too much longer, and I'm going to be able to go back and do what I love to do.
Are they going to give them that W though?
Yeah, they will. They'll have to.
On the record?
They'll have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
Okay.
It's gonna be
I don't
hard
even
to
know if
argue.
did they officially take it away from.
As of right now, it's still listed
Pen.
on the
Pen.
database, whatever that is, or wherever that is, that I have my W
Okay.
as I should. But
Yeah.
that things take time as well, so we'll see how everything kind of pans out.
Excellent, my man. Well, Johnny, we don't know when they're going to get back to you and tell you exactly, but they said they want you to continue your career. November seems like the timeline. When do you think you can officially hit training camp and know that you have no more hurdles to go through, that you can actually fight?
I mean, I'm probably after I speak with their lawyer, and we kind of just hash out exactly what the process is to get this fixed. But I mean, kind of from day one, and even taking that grappling match with Richie, I wanted to just stay in the mindset that I was competing and I was fighting still, and I really truly believe in like the law of attraction and the fact that what we think and feel tends to dictate what we do and what happens to and for us. So by just staying in a positive mindset and kind of acting as if I still was fighting, I think that really literally sped the process up and kicked the universe in the ass and made fucking Rhode Island fix their shit. So
You should have the phone
I'm just
thing.
doing the same thing. I have a fight in November as far as I'm concerned, and I can't wait to knock somebody out or choke somebody unconscious.
Last question for me on this on your fight, Johnny. You were scheduled to headline. I do believe it was it this card. I know you were speaking about how you had a quality opponent and stuff like this. You think you're gonna have the same opponent you were thinking you were gonna have for this card on the next card?
I think it's definitely a possibility. That guy was a great opponent, high-level wrestler, really wild style. So I think that it would be a great opponent to get in there and test myself against. So it's more, he seemed like a pretty active guy. I don't know if he is going to wait for me, but if he does, I would be more than happy to mix it up with that gentleman.
Excellent. Anything last for you gentlemen here? I want to ask Johnny.
No, it's funny that he just says the law of attraction, though, because The Secret's a very famous book. The law of attraction, I believe in the law of attraction. Many famous people talk about it, but it's just funny that The Secret and the law of attraction have been getting brought up in the last, 3 fight cards. Cam mentioned it. If you watch interviews, you watch fights, you got to watch what certain people say. Cam mentioned it briefly in an interview. Now Johnny just mentioned it.
Yeah, dude. It's
real.
real.
It's
It's
real.
a real thing.
It's the energy.
It's hard to
Definitely.
argue.
Yeah. But no, best of luck, dude. That was a great grappling match. And
So,
Yeah.
I got another question, Johnny.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, this is what I do. I ask fucking
I got
questions.
one more.
Johnny.
I can't wait till Jeff Troy gets back in.
Well,
Oh yeah.
you know, we're waiting on a decision from him too about the November, but that's a 50-50 thing. Johnny, last thing. You and I kind of got this pre-fight show kind of gig going on.
Yeah.
You fight in November. You still going to be doing that pre-show with me?
Probably not.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
No.
There you go. No.
Brian already gave you the hook. No.
I'm looking out for you, dude. I'm looking out for you. You're not doing it.
True.
Brian, I'm going to have to get Don Shane
There's
is back
no way
in
you
there.
have to deal with me on the pre-show and then have to go. Fight.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
No way.
Dude, that whole half hour before the show is like worse than training camp.
Yeah, seriously, I'm telling you, no
But,
pre-show.
well, Johnny, you are the leader of the pre-show, so if you can't make it, and we understand, I'll try to take that spot and run with it for you. I'll be talking about you most of the pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be watching. If I can't be on it, I'll be freaking there watching.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Johnny, last thing, man. Last words before I let you go. We'll be talking, getting the results and the bottom line of what the commission is going to do here. But shout out anything you want to say at the end. Any thank yous? Any last words?
Thank you to everybody that supported me, everybody who likes my Facebook posts and comments, good words and whatnot, and everybody that I see out at Cage Titans and is so fucking nice. Just the community is incredibly awesome, so I want to thank the community in general. Steve and Brian, you guys, I got to thank you guys both for just doing what you do. You guys do an awesome job at what you do, and without you guys, we wouldn't have a platform, us fighters, so you guys definitely deserve a huge thank you and a lot of gratitude. So,
Which is very important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So you guys and girls. So you give us.
I
something to
do a mediocre job at best.
We're all growing at this, Brian. We're all looking for that to be the best we can be.
Nah,
All right,
we'll see.
that's about it. But Johnny, I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna kind of talk another 10 minutes about the night, and then we're gonna get out of here.
awesome. Well, you guys have a great night. I appreciate all you guys do.
All right, thanks a lot.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, Johnny, for calling in and letting us know what's going on.
I'll see you Saturday, Johnny.
Again, too.
All right.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
Take care.
Yeah.
Saturday, Johnny. I'll see you.
All right.
See you then.
I just-
I'll talk to you.
Hey, I
I'll
found
hit you up.
I
That's good.
found Bagley's picture with Bill.
You found that.
What?
Yeah, I found
What
a
picture is it?
Did you see him with my belt? My
Yeah.
belt?
Oh, yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
fucking?
Photoshop
I'm out of my
green
mind. I
belts.
do that on the shitter at work.
That should
like
be
I
a
fucking-
tradition. You guys got a lot of shit popping off at fucking Cage Titans. That should be
All different. Like we make
Yeah,
up
just-
things like a couple of weeks before. I just threw out a post on Facebook saying, "Hey, I can smoke anyone on the table," and fucking everyone. And let me just tell you why I.
And you got
I
smoked up
people
for free.
respond
Everybody
to that.
started smoking
Yes,
weed with you.
I had no
Yeah.
weed. I had no weed, no
People
money.
respond to
I got
that shit. Yeah.
But listen,
You don't
Hey, I know this guy. We go to Plymouth.
I'm a huge advocate of marijuana.
I am too, which is bullshit.
And
Why
and,
his
you know,
suspension?
so
and
many
shit.
fighters
It's
smoke,
crazy.
and you know, I make jokes about it and stuff like that. I just don't think it should be an issue in MMA. And you know, honestly, I've been posting a lot of marijuana shit since Johnny that ruling, because I'm backing him on this, because I don't want anyone else to get fucked for marijuana in them. You know what I mean? If you're smoking bongs inside the cage, that's different.
And we got to get up with Jake Bagley.
But we have yeah.
It's like for all of us.
Everyone smokes.
Seriously, I have my medical card.
Wrote
so
that down, right?
we're
That's
playing
what he said.
sit down.
to me.
Your medical card.
Jake's getting hit
Your
up. and
medical
we're-
card. He said he's probably messaging
Yeah.
you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone that has a medical card, Green Gold will take care of you.
Yes.
I think I bet they can probably. I don't want to say ship or whatever. I don't know how this works, how you get the product. But if you have your medical card, he can take care of you. So
we need that.
I want them 4 joints a month.
And like honestly, I'm gonna jump on this ship real quick. Just let me take a minute, real quick.
Come on.
And as long as we're talking about products, me and Midcape are in a little deal right now. We're trying to get some shit signed off on. And if you guys, my boss, SJ Burgess, his t-shirts right there. He runs a crew of like 15 guys, and he buys all of his products from Midcape and Austin O'Brien, who's a big salesman out there. And
Oh, that's nice.
you know, we as fighters need people to back us, especially big local companies that have the money and expenses. You know, honestly, I'm behind them because I'm a framer 3 generations back in my family. You know what I mean? Not framer per se, we're carpenters, but I'm framing right now. My dad's a frame to finish guy, all that shit. But to make a long drawn out story, it's important for MMA at this time, and especially New England MMA, to get more recognition. You see guys like Peter Barrett going out there winning. Cage Titans is honestly unbelievable. You can't thank Michael Polver enough. As long as we're thanking people and shouting out people.
Yeah.
We gotta shout out Mike Polver. Got to shout out my sponsors, SJ Burgess. I'm out with an injury right now, and that motherfucker's still paying me. And like, dude, there's a lot of local people behind me right now. There's a lot of local people behind you guys.
We have a GoFundMe page out that's out for Jeff Joy too.
Yeah, but I won't. I just
want to throw
cool.
that out there too.
That was cool. I didn't do that. I should a lot of
That
people.
was Joe Leonard. Put
Yeah,
that out.
and thank you, Joe Leonard, for doing that. Of course, man. Big shout out to him. And you know, just to wrap this up a little bit quick, like I just can't. I wouldn't be anywhere right now without my sponsors. Midcape, you still got to sign a check, but we'll talk about that. SJ Burgess will be behind me forever, and honestly, this man right here is the owner of Diligent Marine, and he owns a marine construction company out of Fairhaven on the docks. So, any rich motherfuckers that need some shit done, or you know, all that. But not to get back to.
Yeah.
Fairhaven, I love Fairhaven. I used to carry mail in New Bedford. I used to have to go to Fairhaven to deliver shit, some express mail and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's my post
Fucking
office
love
right there on Main Street.
Fairhaven, like I used to have to deliver express, and I used to have to go all the way. Like they got like almost like an island or something, like a rural community, like way down somewhere.
Oh, in Fairhaven?
Yeah,
It's just over the bridge. The
it was like
the town,
like a trek over there to like deliver like express.
We wait for the bridge.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
all
cool
that
going
shit,
to the docks, man. We used to hit pads down there and shit.
Yeah.
But
We go fishing.
Yeah.
And then we catch a few bass.
But
big
back-
bass, and then we pads again.
So back to the spot.
Sponsors are done. Let's talk about the MMA, Michael Prover, the Cage Titans fights, anything you guys really want to talk about. I mean, I know, quick shout out real quick, I know Tyler Menard's fucking commenting on shit and wants a super fight. That's my little homie right there. And if
What weight
Mike,
is he? What weight?
He's a little bit bigger than me, but we'll fucking make it happen, dude.
Right.
We fucking trained a lot. And honestly, as soon as I get my MRI back about the shoulder and I find out the good news, knock on wood, that it's just a separated shoulder, nothing crazy, which we're 95% sure it is because, you know, one more time, CrossFit 1620 really is helping me out during this time and shit like that. And that's important for fighters too, for cardio and all that shit. But when that's done, if there's another combat night, I'll do a super fight. If I'm not fighting until January.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because we plan to take 1 or 2 more amateur fights and then go pro.
Yeah.
And really work on skills and all that other shit.
Let me ask you a question. If you can't make the November card, do you want a contender fight?
Contender fight like what?
For your to match you when you come back? If you can't make
If
the
do I
November
want to
card,
do I want to
you want
defend the
them to put
title?
a card-
Oh, he wants
want
he
them to-
wants the motherfucking goods on who they're fighting
you,
next.
No. Do you want them to put a matchup on
What
that
are the
card?
goods?
Oh,
What are they?
So it'll be ready for that when you do come back. If you don't come back in November,
All right, I'll tell-
You don't have to yell names because Cam's not.
Fuck that. We'll do all that shit because you want that anyway.
Cam's a Neff.
You like
so
the
he's not
beans,
fighting.
right?
in
Well,
November.
Cam
Here,
would
anyway.
have to fight a couple times if he
Before
really
he can
wanted
get
to
that
rematch.
shot with you.
Yeah.
So
No
Is
disrespect
it-
because Cam's a killer.
Yeah.
I mean, you finished him in the second round.
Yeah, and
But-
he's gonna fight
Who
for Neff.
knows
and
what the
defend that
path's
title.
going to
And
be?
we
I
don't know
don't
what's
think either
gonna
one
go
of
there.
them should set
But-
their sights on each other. at this point.
Yeah, I know he's reeling. So let's just break it off for him like five. Like, and I don't want to say.
in him.
Yeah, now it comes out. Now you see Jeff Joy, not Jeffrey Joy. You see Jeff.
All right, honestly,
Tyler
bro.
Maynard, give me.
I know he is. Fucking me and Tyler will work some shit out. That's my homie anyway, and we'll be training together regardless, doing that shit. But that's
Friend me
easy
if
to-
we're not friends, Tyler.
So, we have our eyes set on things, but we want to we want to make the most possible high-profile, high-line fight. So if I do fight, like when we're gonna fight one, possibly two more times before we go pro. But we have a lot of boxing to do, grappling, other shit, and I plan when I do go pro, not fighting for 8 months and going to Thai and doing certain shit, and then coming back near the end of that year and fighting and starting my pro career.
Yep.
But before all that, we still have,
Yeah,
let's pick a. If you talk about the rankings,
still got work to be done.
Yeah.
You know? There's still a lot of work to be done.
let's talk about the rankings then. Number one in New England. So I want to climb a Northeast ranking, which I'm 5 at. So if I did, I'd want to challenge a person like Matt Hicks, who's number 2.
Where's he out of? Is he fight for where? Neff? Is he up
New York.
north?
He's out of
He
New
fought
York.
in New York.
Oh, he's
won
out of
last
New
year. He's
York.
like a Virginia kid,
Yeah.
dude. That's what we're talking about. Like that would be a
And
high.
he's ranked in New England?
He's ranked
Northeast.
number.
Oh, the
he's
Northeast.
ranked number
Yeah,
2
right,
in the
Number
Northeast.
two.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Oh,
only
you're
number
going down
5.
the whole coast?
He's solid. He would be a really big challenge, that's for sure. He would be
That's
a
what
really
we're
big
looking
challenge,
for.
and
Cool.
Look at Cam. We're looking for somebody that's gonna throw. That's why we wanted
yeah,
Cam.
that's
Is
Exactly,
this shit? Is
yeah.
this shit for real? Is
That
it
would
not
be cool
for real?
bringing in a guy
That's
from
it.
New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They brought in a girl from Canada to fight. Like, I like this. Another, hit everywhere.
what-
Corners.
What do you
Are the
think
best
about?
fighters.
What do you? So
Here we go.
you just like kind of saying like what your kind of goal is. I don't know. This probably doesn't like align with that specifically, but like Brett Layton's a guy who's like had a couple of good fights recently. If he
Yeah.
had another fight with like a high level guy, do you think that's a fight that
is
would
he a
interest you?
45er though, or is he?
He
He's
fought.
really
He
fun.
fought a
That's
catch
very-
Oh, he
weight
did. I
40.
thought he was a 40 pounder.
Yeah.
He fought a catch weight 40. I'd be open to that, but like I'd want to see him fight somebody like either Cam, or I'd want to see him fight
That
somebody
a
like
killer.
Arthur Mupol. Like, dude,
Yeah.
Arthur's
Wow,
nasty.
that could be
Yeah,
a good
that would
fight.
be a
Yeah.
good
No,
fight.
Like, and I'm not. Hold on, I don't want to call out fights for Arthur
No, I
because
understand.
we'll
No,
touch
yeah.
this. We'll touch this base real
Yeah.
quick. Me and Arthur are friends,
Yeah.
and we had a little shit go on this past week where it was stupid because we got in a little fight over dumb shit, and you know how fucking the MMA community is. Oh, this person said that, and
There's
those
too
dude,
many.
Yeah.
we get on the phone and
Blah,
it's
blah,
like, yo, this didn't happen, that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it took this motherfucker to be like, yo, don't fight, you guys are friends, blah blah, and
Yeah, this is. Hold on a second. Pull that.
yeah, we want
Hey,
to
it's all
work
well and
together.
good, have a
We
few
want to
pops,
work.
but come on.
Yeah, exactly.
No backyard shit.
Yeah, exactly.
None of that.
And it, like you said, it's other
Go-
people like
yeah.
throwing in their 2 cents.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
stirs that
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
Arthur's a great kid, and
He
that
is. He's a
motherfucker
really
is
good kid.
talented, and he's only been doing this about as long as I have,
Yeah.
which is almost 4 years we've been training, and we both kind of started at the same time and shit like that. And to see what he's done has been incredible. He's coming off on, I have an injury and he has an injury. His is a little bit more significant. He got surgery, but he'll be back. And if you talk about like, oh, people rushing up the ladder, like Arthur's right there. He
Yeah.
went a
Yeah,
5-round war
Yeah.
with me, and
Yeah.
the kid's fucking, you know what I mean?
No, he can definitely do it.
We watched that fight, and although the judge has me winning it every round, I know I lost the 4th round, and the 2nd round was close. I
It
know
was
I
a
won
close
the
fight,
1st,
you
3rd,
know.
and 5th round. Regardless,
Yeah.
I know I won those rounds. But the 2nd was very close, and my fucking corner, Greg, was like, what the fuck? And when the 4th happened, and he rocked me with that fucking head kick, that was very close to him. My corner was like, you need to come out on the 5th round. So
Yeah,
all
there's
these
no
people
questions
can't
asked.
be
You gotta-
overlooked. Like
yeah.
there's a pecking like
Yeah.
I'm not saying it in any disrespectful way, but who's to say why is everybody jumping over that kid?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, Arthur. You think is Arthur's injury significant enough?
He's
won't
not
be back
gonna-
in November.
He's
Yeah,
not
surgery.
fighting in
All right,
November,
so-
and I might not even be
All right,
fighting
so-
in November except for a grappling or boxing match. Because my physical therapist that I'm working with through CrossFit 1620 doesn't want me even grappling all of September and partially of October. So like, what type of camp would I have? And then when I do come back, how am I
You're
gonna
gonna
get
rush it. It isn't like you're gonna be fighting a killer in there.
Bro, I'm
So,
fighting one
you
or
gotta
two
be
more fights, and we
100%.
want
Yeah, no.
we want Polver to bring a fucking another killer
You know
up.
he'll do it.
And I know he'll
But
do
here's
it.
the thing. So we got the fight. We got the card in November. That's last card of the year, right? When's the next card?
January.
That's not a combat night? That's
That's a main card,
So there
and
you
that's
go.
what I look forward
Alright.
to coming back to. That's what we're working
You
for.
want
We're still,
January?
we're still waking up at fucking 4:00
Yeah,
in the
we
morning.
haven't
like,
stopped since.
I missed a
past
training
year.
session Wednesday morning.
For a
I'm
year
not gonna
straight.
lie, but I was up Monday morning hitting pads with
Yeah,
him.
you're
Tuesday
still-
night hitting pads with him. I just
Yeah,
can't
just
hit
with
this.
one arm.
I just can't hit this right now. I gotta
Yeah.
do,
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of what.
Kicks.
Yeah,
Doing a lot of
kicks.
kicks,
Well,
yeah.
This is gonna be the last card of the year. Mike's gonna put a killer card anyway.
There might be a combat night. He's hinted at it.
What?
We don't
The
know.
end of the year or
Yeah, before after
Holy shit.
November.
What?
So
Like December?
November. I don't know.
No fucking shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, if combat
It's
comes
crazy.
out in November, I'm fucking like, hold up, Tyler.
What's your take on that? We've had 2 combat nights. Before
Yeah.
we go, let's talk about
Combat night?
How that
In
adds,
some of the
and
fights and shit, like-
yeah, we don't have to talk about fights. Just the event in general.
yeah.
How psyched
Combat
are you
night's
for-
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Combat,
cool.
dude, that is such a
Great
great
mix.
thing for grappling
Yeah.
in everything. The whole event, everybody benefits from combat night. Now, Mike, it's crazy. I told him too. I'm like, yo, your wife must gonna hate you with all these fucking shows you're doing.
She's gonna have a baby in the next week or two,
It's-
right?
She's 9 months pregnant.
Yeah, it's crazy. And she was cage side, like doing
I
all the
think-
money,
yeah.
like it's unbelievable.
They're insane.
So he's got a real special thing there. That's cool. But as far as combat night, that's important for in the day for all those fucking people to get as much matches as they can, and it could be loosely based, like not IBJJF. You got to weigh in, like, yo, you want to fight that kid? You think you got? And
Yeah.
go fight him. Then we'll ref it. Like,
Yeah.
that's really cool. And finish it off in the cage, and then to the night to give Muay Thai guys more exposure. And I want to shout out this motherfucker real quick. If there's a combat night before December, Nick Lopes is on that card because he is a fucking killer, and he's had 2 crazy dumbass decisions that didn't go his way, which were unbelievable. And I've talked to Polver about him. His last combat night, he was on there, and people like that. And it's cool bringing in Chip to fucking and that.
And
That's
what
awesome.
we talked about. All the things he adds in each card.
Yeah.
I mean, for the combat night, like he has to switch it up like 50% because he's got half Muay Thai, half MMA now, and then some grappling. So he's throwing Chip in there, who knows the Muay Thai side of the game. He's getting the whole New England community of martial arts
That's what has to
together.
happen. Everybody has to get together
We
in
got
order to-
camps. We got Muay Thai camps. Would never enter an MMA event. Like that's just not their thing. The Muay Thai is their like bread and butter, and that's all they.
You want to grow
they-
your sport. You have to get together.
and they
that's
love
just
it.
how
They
works.
get to come here because they're getting to show their stuff to a whole different crowd that they don't get to. And the same thing with our MMA, we get to show the Muay Thai side how we do things. So it's a great kind of,
You have to have a feeder
Joining
system.
it.
You have to have, I don't know. There's a lot of division, and I mean, at least, I mean, I'm kind of new to the whole MMA scene. I was never an MMA fan, really. I was always a boxing fan growing up, and over the years, and then 4 or 5 years ago, I started like really paying attention. I mean, MMA, and then like going through the history of it and seeing different fighters, and it's cool. I just, as far as a competitive natured sport, if some camps get together, they can really produce some killers, and that's what it's about.
yeah,
That's about
definitely.
really getting yourself out there. Like, it's one thing to be,
really New England. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And
it's
then
one thing to
going out
be,
and
oh, they
destroying.
have anything, but when you put yourself out there on a national scale,
Mhm.
you have a team of killers,
And you want to be ready, and we're getting each other ready for this.
Yeah.
And here's another thing about that combat night: we get a lot of these fighters that are Muay Thai fighters, but they're MMA fighters too, and we don't know.
I
that.
know.
They're
That's
doing,
why.
they're like they're just
Yeah.
getting to working on their feet because they want to get around. Well,
Stay
some of
active.
these kids, like they're not even Muay Thai's not even their game. They're jiu-jitsu kids.
Yeah.
Like they come from jiu-jitsu background, but
That
they're just
happened with
picking up
me,
Muay
too.
Thai. You know what I mean? And they're getting that experience. So some of these Muay Thai fighters we're seeing are going to be in Mike's MMA cage down the
Okay.
line too. So it's great. It's a great, joining of two arts here. Any closing words before we get out of here and or whatever? Right? Any more awards to give? Any money? You want everyone all paid?
No, everyone is not all paid. But we got a couple.
Popeye's
people.
still open?
I'm trying.
Probably.
I'm trying
Get
to
a
do
bucket
it
of
with like
chicken.
just straight cash instead of having a fucking
Who's paying for these awards?
MMA
A
soccer.
private investigator.
Private investigator. Well,
private invest.
A private
MMA
investigator.
soccer paid for the first awards.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
We need to get Mid-Cape on the canvas. I got to talk to their marketing company. They got a lot. They're sponsoring highways and everything like that. That's me shouting you out twice now. Austin, I can't get crazy. I'll tag you in this later, but you got to talk to you got to talk to your marketing person.
Jesus Christ.
How much is it to get on the canvas at Cage
I have
Sites?
no idea. I don't think they add
that's
to the
a
canvas. Don't they already have
no,
like?
we can add. You can have. Yeah, we can add.
Really?
I mean, I shouldn't say we because I don't do.
Well,
shit.
Anderson,
I'm not in that
you know,
department at all. But
Matt wanted one of my guys that works at owns CrossFit 1620, and he's a bigwig in a bottling company. Works for like all the bottles that get done for Gatorade and Coca-Cola.
Oh, shit.
He's in Vegas right now, and this dude's been helping me out a lot. So definitely shout out to him, Matt, one of the owners of CrossFit. He's been CrossFit 1620 in Cedarville, dude. He's been asking like, oh, how much is it to get on the canvas? Like, these are the people that you need to talk to if you want.
Message Mike.
If you want more money, because Mid-Cape owns 3 fucking lumber companies. And Matt, I'm not going to say what his salary is.
What's up? We should call this bottler up. Let's get some money.
go.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we need more money at these
When are you going to tell me this?
Yeah.
Where are you behind this guy?
Yeah, for sure. We need more money at these local kids. But no, that's really all I got to say about it. And definitely shout out to Mike Povere for everything he's done. It's been a crazy ride. It's been a crazy year for Cage Titans, I think.
Adam Bunham.
yeah, definitely.
And then
Adam-
before we go,
Adam
shout out to
Bunham.
all my sponsors, and then that's it. That's all I really got to say.
Awesome. Anything last for you, buddy?
And Shameless Don, you owe us a.
Oh, bro, he
What's
owes
that?
us a little sit down on how
Yeah.
to rape the fucking
Yeah.
sponsor game because
we gotta make that
he's
money.
fucking-
Fight money.
He's a machine.
He's a
businessman and
motherfucker.
he's
He'll
all
sit
there.
down and talk to you
Dressed
too.
like-
He
Yeah.
told me,
Oh.
yeah, he's
Like
good.
a consultation.
He'll
You
Just
get
like
nervous.
Shameless
Good dude.
Don.
Yeah.
I feel like you're being tested or something.
He's a good dude.
He's
Yeah.
awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's
So
cool.
that's about it. We didn't really recap. We recapped a little bit, but you did that
We need
Monday
to.
on every fight. We were here to talk to
We also
Mr.
had-
Chan.
And everybody that called in. And
Yeah,
dude,
we had a
Jay,
good show. We talked.
Good
We
show.
talked about a bunch of stuff, man.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
so November 2nd.
who's on that briefly before we end out?
Yeah.
You got some people coming up. You already got the 125 title fight.
What? What's going on? What,
I'm just
got
trying to
those
say
beats?
what.
You got
I don't know. I'm just trying to say
All right, here's
Fabio's
one thing.
talking shit.
No.
He wants
Here's
on that
one. Yeah,
card.
Fabio wants.
Fabio wants
Here's
on,
one
he
thing.
does.
Fabio's
All right,
gonna knock a
before we go-
motherfucker out on that card.
Before we go, Muhammad Al Kanani.
You want some?
He should.
Who
is there-
fought Chris O'Brien 155?
We
Fight
want,
Eddie
we
George.
want Eddie George. We don't know if he's in.
Bro,
what
Eddie
his deal
George is.
yeah.
That would be a great fight.
That would be a good
Eddie
fight.
George
Yeah,
against
that'd be a
Kanani.
good fight.
Because
Yeah,
here
the
before
fight,
before
that's the fight.
Eddie George was supposed to fight for
Yeah.
ammo before he got
I think
hurt.
those leg kicks
But
would
he
be
can't. He
huge
couldn't get a
in that
matchup.
one,
He
too.
was looking for Kanani. He messaged me. He goes, Steve, what that Kanani guy? I can't
Steve.
get. Steve.
Steve.
It's Steve.
Dave.
Dave.
I can't get. Do
Hi.
you know how to get in touch with Kanani on social media? He doesn't have Facebook. He only has Messenger.
I don't know, bro.
But
That's the first time I saw him.
messaged Matt Peterson from Neff because Kanani fought for him, and he goes, "Oh, he's injured right now. He broke his hand on his last fight for Combat Zone, so that fight couldn't go with Eddie George." But Kanani's healthy, as we could see Saturday.
He
Eddie George
fucking looked
was
great,
in a
dude.
little car accident,
Yeah.
but he could be ready for November. He was thinking about going pro, but now that after he got hurt a little bit, he might want another amateur fight. And now that Kanani just beat Chris, and George was looking for him earlier, this could be a huge fight.
That would be a
that'd
fucking
be a good
banger.
tilt.
Because look at the Dion Rubio and Eddie George. Dion's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Shout out, because I trained
Yeah.
with him
Yeah,
up
yeah.
at
Oh, yeah.
Triforce and
Definitely.
that was a fucking
But
banger.
Dion.
Yeah,
was,
that's
Dion
what
was talking.
both those guys. Eddie George and
Dion's
Dion,
friendly with
big fans of
George
them,
too,
that
and they've been talking about
Rematch
we can get a
possibly. or
rematch.
whatever.
Yeah.
But now we got
You have to
7-1.
Yeah, you have to.
And he just won a Cage
There's
Titans.
a
He's gonna
pecking
be a
order
factor in there,
involved
too, you
and
know what I
shit.
mean?
You have to go through the certain people that won
Yeah.
and are going on. You can't just have enough. And no
It's
disrespect
about- you
to
know what?
anybody, but
I know you want the best guy there too, but you need ticket sales and all that. It
It's,
all
there's a
it
lot of
all
factors.
has to do with it's all.
But
a
the
big
best
bubble
should
there.
fight the best,
I-
and that's
yeah,
what
exactly.
that's what we believe
Exactly.
in. We're
But
always
it-
trying to fight the
Yeah.
best and someone better.
He's trying to
and-
fight the best. I ain't
That
trying to
would
fight.
be a
I'll
hell
sit
of
out
a
the cage,
Canal
and I'll hold the
against Eddie
pads,
Jordan
and buy a hot
would
dog,
be a
and
great fight.
have a piece
I mean,
of pizza before the fight.
What's that? Number one and number two. I
Oh,
don't know who was
Kanani
it.
and
Kanani's number two, or
in
was.
in where?
I want to say in New England.
New
Well,
England?
Look it up, but
Dude, but
He's
look
out
at the
I think
pool
he's
of
number 5 on the
155ers
Northeast.
with
I think he's number
him.
5 in the Northeast.
With him, and no shame to Chris O'Brien's loss.
No.
Like you know what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
you know what I
shoot.
mean. That kid's a
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
monster.
And he even like when that last leg kick that sent him into the cage.
You try to get him back up.
Exactly, and he knew
Yeah,
it. Here it comes.
they're-
Here it comes.
they're
Like I'm
brutal.
fucking.
He could have
you know.
lasted longer, I thought, but the ref kind of jumped in there. But I'm not saying anything about the refs jumping in there or anything like that. But it could have went like Chris is a
Chris was
banger.
looking.
Dude,
Chris
look
even
at his
said it,
Chris
though. He's
Snyder
looking-
fight.
He
Yeah.
was over at that point.
No,
getting that leg
he's
kick.
a
That
tough
leg was.
kid. Yeah,
that
no,
leg was bad.
That's hard. I've had that
Yeah.
happen. It sucks.
Well, it happened to Dan Cormier from Triforce. Did that to Jeff Silver at Combat Zone. He tore his leg into pieces.
No,
Leg kicked him to death. Coming off a win like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, and to spill the beans for if there is a combat night, I don't know. Tyler Menard, yeah, me and him, but Elijah Thomas, me and him had a banger fucking at a blue belt match in fucking New England. So I know he's looking for a super fight.
Oh, so
too.
there'd be a super
There's
fight
no,
there.
bro. There might be a super fight definitely at combat night.
Jeff
fucking
came
by
on
the-
here to call those two guys.
Nah, I'm not, bro. I love them too. Those are my
Wait,
little,
and he said it about 7 times.
bro. They definitely deserve it, and they're fucking unbelievable. They're
Elijah's
two
really
young
good.
kids,
Yeah.
2 purple belts. I'm a 3-stripe blue belt, but I've been doing a lot of MMA, so the gi kind of took a little.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm definitely after seeing Richie and Thing, and if I can't fight in November and I have to go the route of just ending the year with a super fight and a boxing match, I'm perfectly fine, and then
Yeah,
bounce back
staying
in
busy.
January.
That combat,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
last thing on the grappling.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like there was all competitors. Pete Jeffrey was in there. John
I saw
Duma.
that.
John Duma
I saw that
won.
too.
He won 3 of his matches, like all his. There's a guy right
Yeah,
there,
one
Bellator
cage
fighter.
match,
He's gonna
too.
be fighting. He's gonna be fighting. You know, hopefully when Bellator hits
Hopefully he got
hits here
signed,
against.
yeah.
But he's stepping in for Cage Titans and he's doing some grappling work during the day, man. So it's keeping everyone. Mike's keeping 3 different martial arts here busy. You know what I mean?
I don't even
So-
know how he does it, man. I asked him
Yeah,
that. It was
he's-
fucking crazy.
Dude, I don't.
We know how he does it. He's
I
like a
don't know.
lightning.
Monster
He's
Energy
everywhere.
should be
He
sponsoring
likes
Mike.
to create. Yeah, he
Yeah,
drinks.
life rewards hard
Oh
work
man,
anyway.
dude.
Bro,
How much
Monster-
money he's fucking giving those people and other people. when
Monster
buying
Energy
him
needs to
Monster.
come down and have him wear a shirt and just give him like.
Dude, he's
Hey, it's
such a
coming.
Monster snob.
It's
I
coming.
Yo,
bought
Kate-
him. I bought him a Monster one time. He's like, "Yeah, I don't drink that flavor." It's like, what? You don't
your
drink this
mind.
flavor?
Bro,
Come on,
You
dude.
actually
It's a
have a
monster.
flavor, you taste
I'm a
it at
firm
this point.
believer in it's going to be crazy in 4 years where Cage Titans is, because this year was already crazy. Bro, look at the beginning cards to the end of like.
Yeah. And here's another thing. Like, if you look at, like, I look at, because I have a page, I look at like analytics and stuff,
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
people are watching. Fucking Cage Titans is
Skyrocket.
It's
skyrocket.
Cage Titans and CES. Those
But
are
even
like,
CES, you look at CES analytics, it's nowhere. Listen.
That's why I
Yeah.
told. That's why I told
Yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Bear this
What's
fucking
on
bout's
analytics?
going nowhere. I said we gotta keep
I-
it.
I
Gotta
don't
keep
think
it.
we know
And
what
that's
an
what- I mean,
analytic is.
You look at that stuff, and we're talking about views. We're
Yeah,
talking
no,
about,
I was
online.
kidding. Yeah.
We're talking about traffic through the page.
I
We're
was
talking about
half kidding.
this is like, and Cage Titans is fucking killing. I look, it's like, and Mike ever messaged me sometimes, and he said, "Hey, look at you're beating these people, right?" He said, "I didn't know anything about that shit." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now I'm looking at it.
Well,
I'm
we
like,
need you
I'm
to get
comparing
up there
stuff.
for all of us too.
Hey,
You need to
I'm
get.
saying,
Hey,
yeah.
Big Brother's still trying to keep me down. I'm still punching up. to
Yeah.
that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I'm getting better.
Do
as I
you
get
cover
up there.
CES too?
Who?
CES. Do you
Who?
cover them?
Who?
No. Okay. You only cover guy. I like it.
Listen, I only cover people who cover me.
Yep.
Okay,
I like
I'll
it.
keep
I'm
at that.
fucking a firm
I'll
believer in
keep it
that
at that.
too.
I
Yeah,
co-
that's
I
like words
support
to live
who support me, and people know that.
Yeah.
You give me a little.
That's a
I'm
very
gonna give
important
you
thing in life.
Yeah.
You gotta
100%
fucking
that.
show love
So,
to the people that
with
show
that
love
said,
to you.
that's about it. Last thing,
Nah, we're good.
All right, we out.
We had a
Alright,
good one.
baby.
We had a good one. It was good.
Jeff Joy,
Jeff Joy.
Yeah.
Cage Titans amateur bantamweight champ.
Shout out Scotty Burgess, keeping me fucking employed.
Joshua Belandra, his coach, his friend, his taxi, his
I own some of this in
confidant,
gas money. We're gonna buy
his,
McDonald's because we're not.
his,
Can't.
Fuck McDonald's. We gotta go get some Popeyes.
Yeah, some we're getting.
Fuck
Oh, dude,
McDonald's.
Brian Gerson,
Yeah.
great friend of mine, keeps me like fucking makes a combat night or a Cage Titan night for me so fun. And
Try.
He's everywhere, setting up interviews at Cougs, doing everything. I've known.
Yeah, he's behind the scenes now doing a lot of
Don't
shit.
blow up my spot, guys.
All right,
Who's that
with
guy that caught the
said-
microphone boom?
With that said, I appreciate everything you
House of
Cage
Mugs.
Titans do for me. Let me
I don't
do
do shit.
everything you fighters do for me and managers.
We
and
gotta get
coaches
shirts,
and
more
everything.
shirts out because then we gotta start promoting you too, the podcast.
You guys promote me
Yeah.
by coming on and just hanging out with me.
Some of
doing
my
nothing.
Cage Titans beans shirts.
Fucking give me beans.
So
You give me
what was
beans.
that?
Get those
that's
party
all.
streamers.
All right, we're out.